Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, Leilani of Barbados. I just wanted to sit down for a moment and talk to you about the video that everybody has requested for me to do, talking about Meghan's claim that she's 43% Nigerian. I must tell you that when I first heard this on her podcast, I burst out laughing because I realized she was trying to be a pick-me for the people she was interviewing, proud Nigerian women, and she just wanted to relate to them. And suddenly, out of nowhere, she's identifying as Black. In fact, 43% Nigerian.
I just had my genealogy done a couple years ago. What are you? 43% Nigerian.
No way! No, whoa, Jacqueline. Oh my gosh, are you really serious?
Yeah.
This is huge. Igbo, Yoruba, do we know?
So I mean, I'm going to start to dig deeper into all of this because anyone that I've told, especially Nigerian women, are just like, what?
This is huge for our community. No, honestly, you do look like a Nigerian. You look like my Aunt Uzo. So this is great.
Oh my goodness, Uzo.
Shout out.
And everyone might have said, well, why is she doing this right now? Everyone might have said at the Invictus Games, why is Harry now parroting this crazy sentiment?
Now, I'm not saying we play favourites in our home, but since my wife discovered that she is of Nigerian descent, it's likely to get a little bit more competitive this year.
Let's unpack it, okay? Here's my take. So when the slave trade happened and people got to America off the ships and everything, they intermarried, they were sold off from plantation to plantation, and nobody really knew who they were marrying or who they were coupling with. I have a book here by Sir Hilary Beckles, which is a historian out of Barbados. So this is just an example. He has all the names of the different slaves and who they were pairing up with. They were Igbo, they were Creole, they were Mandingo. So I love this book, by the way, because it really gives you a good history of the genetics of the Caribbean due to the slave trade. And the same thing happened in America. For her, Meghan, to be 43% Nigerian is basically impossible because you're talking about Nigerian. That means that Doria Ragland's family, which went back 9 generations, would have had to intermarry. So much to the point where they were so purely Nigerian. But why is she so mysterious? Speaking of mysteries, I'd love to tell you about June's Journey. It's a hidden object mystery game which I've actually been playing for years. And I'm super excited as they are sponsoring today's video. I really do enjoy playing June's Journey. It's relaxing whenever I have downtime, but also puts my sense of observation to test. It's like a detective story which takes me back into the glamour of the 1920s. Download June's Journey for free by clicking the link below in the description or via the QR code on the screen. June's Journey is available on Android and iOS mobile devices, as well as on PC through Facebook Games. I'm able to fix up my garden and remodel my mansion as I progress in the game. I just got a new tool! Thank you to June's Journey for sponsoring this video. Download it for free, link is in the description. Nigerians themselves are less than 40% purely Nigerian because people be traveling. People be coming from different parts of Africa and marrying with other people and everything. So how is it possible that Doria herself is so purely Nigerian, okay, and then Meghan gets 43% of that? Now, of course, I know all of you know that Doria has other blood in her. She has mixed race, she has white, she has, I don't know, whatever. So she's saying she's taken 50% of Doria's genes and 43% of that is Nigerian. Girl, bye. Yeah, so the reason why I was compelled to make this video is because I got so many comments from my subscribers. One says, I'm a little confused about the Nigerian ancestry. Meghan's father is 100% Caucasian and her mother is 50% Black. So does that not make Meghan 25% Black? So how do you get 43% Nigerian? Another subscriber says, 43% plagiarize alert. Mrs. Sleazy plagiarized 43% Nigerian narrative from a biracial mixed British-Irish Nigerian writer Georgina Lawton, who wrote about her experience in a book called Raceless. Another one coming in from another subscriber. Girl, how did you not talk about Meghan and Harry Nigerian scam? Yet another one. on. What is obvious, besides the fact that she does not have 43% Nigerian blood, is that this spastic white girl doesn't even know Beyonce's song. She's faking it. She acts like she's a fan, but she doesn't know the music, which is why she was doubly spastic trying to pretend a groove. And finally, I love this comment. This dance footage confirms Meghan is hardly black, about as black as Archie. Nigerians are embarrassed. Yes, and we are embarrassed with you. All of us from the African diaspora. Of course, the other 50% of her genes comes from her father, who is European American. Okay. So that would mean that Doria's genetics would have had to at least maintain 93% Nigerian from Nigeria, the country, genes. That's not how these genetic tests work. Okay, so in these tests, they normally tell you the tribe that you're from. And when she's pressed by the person she's interviewing,
Igbo, Yoruba, do we know?
So I mean, I'm going to start to dig deeper into all this because...
oh, I have to look more into it. You don't, because the test would tell you exactly what tribe you're from, how much percentage of which tribe you're from, which leads me to believe that this is a whole entire lie that Meghan is telling. By the way, can we just compare and contrast something for a second?
Igbo, Yoruba, do we know?
That is Issa Rae, the woman who is asking Meghan what tribe she is from Nigeria. She has her own brand of Prosecco called Via Re, compared to Meghan, who ripped off a brand called Tignarello and just stole their name and used it in her blog called The Tig. Issa Rae has an ever-expanding portfolio of product lines and revenue streams, none of which Meghan highlighted in the now cancelled podcast. Yet she decided to take all the attention away from the extremely accomplished Nigerian businesswoman by lying and saying she, Meghan, too, is Nigerian as well. There is no way, just by the very nature of how underachieving Meghan Markle is, that she could be Nigerian. And yet, as suspicious as her guests might have been, they were still kind enough to go along with the lie. Well, I am here as a Barbadian and as a member of the African diaspora. I am here to debunk the lie. We must stop pandering to this sociopath Meghan Markle and stop allowing her to put a stain and a smear on our cultures and our heritage. She is the culture vulture. Leave us alone, Meghan, you anti-influencer.
For catching up or turning up or whatever's up, Via Re Prosecco by me, Issa Rae.
And you might ask yourself, why would she tell this lie all of a sudden? She always said that she was Caucasian on all of her, acting CVs and all these school things and everything. What would make her lie now? Well, it's very simple. Her popularity is waning. She's trying to find people to identify with or who would identify with her and hold her up as their queen. Unfortunately, she messed with the wrong country because Nigerians are very proud people. Some may even say they have an ego, but they do not need Meghan to be their queen. They have their own queens and they have their own royalty. And look at this. They have the most amazing parties in Nigeria. I mean, everyone looks like royalty. They do not need some two-bit Hollywood actress hybrid Meghan to come and say, well, actually, I'm your Nigerian queen. They don't need it. In any case, what has Meghan really done for the African diaspora if she wants to claim that she is African? She had the opportunity with the Queen's Commonwealth Trust to be the vice president, to go out there and relate to people in the African diaspora, in the Commonwealth, in the Caribbean, people of color. She was able to do that, but she did not do it, did she? She left the royal family instead. She even tricked the Queen into believing that that was where her heart was by wearing that veil with different symbols from the Commonwealth on it, which I find absolutely repulsive, and I can never forgive her for using our culture for her gain. Okay? And for her favor with the Queen. Yeah, so my conclusion is that Meghan is a liar. Harry is embarrassing as a white man coming up here and perpetuating this lie that this woman is now claiming an identity that she has no proof of. She's not showing. I mean, there are so many videos on YouTube, just like people talking about their 23andMe, their genetics, their testings, and what they are and what they are not, and all of it. But she just came on there and was like, oh yes, I'm this and I'm that. And everyone was like, oh.
So I mean, I'm going to start to dig deeper into all this.
So yeah, everyone wanted my take on that. And that was basically my take. I think she's a fraud. I think she just said that out of convenience, that she somehow is suddenly African and in fact Nigerian. coincidentally, as she's interviewing 3 Nigerians, I think she realized that there are some unhinged people in her comment section that are trying to find the African and find the color in her when she has never identified as it. She's never wanted any part of it. So me, I for one, I'm not buying that she's Nigerian. I think that she is some other thing in this world that we have not actually identified as yet. Maybe she's a tragic mulatto. That's another book that people have written, and I think that might be actually her typecast. I genuinely think that Harry knows better than to be that cringe about race, and unfortunately he's being forced to be this cringe. It's very rude and unmannerly for him to speak about, oh, my wife, and then she has the smallest Nigerian flag I've ever seen in my life, like waving, like she's so crazy. Anyway, that's it. And I'd like to say thank you again to June's Journey for sponsoring this video. Lots of love to you. I love you so much. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Please subscribe to Valentine's Playroom. It's my son's children channel. So if you have any bambinos around who might enjoy adventures with an island boy, share his channel with them, please. Thank you.